Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. On the night that the S&P dipped, we've just seen VLD drop on earnings, a massive miss. However, it did present an opportunity. We have over a 35-40% drop, and we've just got a nice little bounce from the bottom there. And as I was saying to my viewers watching me on the 24-hour stream, the extra channel, with such a high-risk stock, with the way the interest rates are at the moment, being up for longer, and we do expect a rate cut though, but any business like a penny stock that is borrowing money, got risk, it's never guaranteed, remember. This is an opportunity to buy the dip as long as you scalp it straight away until you get to hear what the CEO and the CFO say about guidance. It's not just the fact they've missed on earnings. It's about where we go from here, how the tone of the conversation goes during the earnings. That's what we're interested in. So anyway, there it all is. And let's see how this all pans out. We've got the Velo3D earnings coming up in a few minutes' time. How's it all going to play out? Well, we'll find out in just a few minutes. We'll be listening in to the official earnings. And we'll see how it all goes. Welcome, everybody. If you'd like to leave me your thoughts and comments below the video when this comes out, I will reply to all of my members. But let's get ready. We've got just about 25 minutes to go. If you've ever joined my earnings before, you know that these companies tend to report 1 or 2 minutes late. The worst was 20 minutes, but on average, it's 1 or 2 minutes late. Very few go on time. I don't know why, just the way it is. But anyway, so there's the bottom. There was a chance to buy that dip that as it came out. You had that 30% drop. Massive miss. Remember, stocks like this always, even Amazon and Apple always overreact on a miss of an earnings. And when it's a big miss, it's obviously going to go down because everyone starts selling because they know that everybody else is going to sell. It's really a no-brainer. So you wait for it to go down 35-40%, then you can buy a bit, and as you can see, there it is. You can make 10% there very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. In fact, there's about 10% profit there already, which is about a year on the S&P in minutes. So that's how you make your money very quickly. All right? And it's all about the guidance now, where we see it going from here. Anyway, welcome everybody to the show here. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing and tap the like button. We cover as many earnings as possible. We always cover the earnings as requested by our members. So tap the subscribe. We go live up to 10 hours a day. And we've got lots of events. We've got 2 events tonight. We've got the Robinhood Gold event coming up in about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Very much looking forward to that. As a Robinhood user, I'm hoping we're going to hear that we've got the gold card announced. Let me just adjust my chair a minute. It's a bit lower. There we go. Sometimes over time, I realise the seat gets a bit lower. There we go. I do notice that it just drops down from time to time. Okay. There you go. That's more comfortable now. You don't notice it day by day, but all of a sudden you go, I'm a bit low in my chair today. I'm going to raise it up. Anyway, there you go. So good opportunity today, 10% there. Let's see if anyone took that. What we're going to do now is we're going to run a poll in our chat, and we're going to find out, did anyone take that 10% trade? There, as you bought the bottom, and bouncing up now, you could have made a quick 10%. Let's see who did it. Start a poll. Did you buy the bottom and make a quick 10% trade? All right. So did you buy the bottom and make a quick 10% trade? Bought and traded. There you go. There's one option. I bought and traded. Okay. Bought, not sold. Not bought. Okay. So there you go. So the question is, you could have made 10% there. Did you buy the bottom and make a quick 10% trade? And the options are bought and traded, bought, not sold, or not bought at all. Okay, there's your poll. Let's see how you did that, because there was a really good, easy 10% there. And I reported on it saying that's what's going to happen, and it did. So it was always an overreaction on a stock like this. So what did you do? I'll be interested to hear what you did. Let me know. Let me know what you did. Be interesting to know. So let's have a quick look at it over here. Oh, hang on a minute. Just got a comment just come in. Please be sensible. Let's learn from our recent painful mistakes and not turn this into another FSR. Thank you for covering the earnings, though. Vaz, you're absolutely welcome. Yes, always be careful. Don't go all in. Understand your risk management. People don't risk manage very, very much. He's dead right. That's a really important comment. That's going to come on the screen now from Vaz. A very, very important message about to come up. He's dead right. Anyway, we've got 20 minutes before the earnings starts. So we've got a bit of time to go. Here it's falling over again now. Let's see if it continues. Don Clady. Hey family, how are you, Don? How are you? You're one of our new members. I see you got a green badge. I want to make sure that you've watched the how and why member video. This will tell you all about your perks, how to get Discord.
All, please be sensible. Let's learn from our recent painful mistakes and not turn this into a new FSR. Thank you for covering the earnings, though. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
You're very, very welcome. I'm investing, not scalping. I invest. Thanks. We've got another great comment about to come up on the screen. Look at that. There's like 11, 12% profit now. Let's have a look. So none of you bought that and traded that. A 12% profit there now. 12% was there. A year on the S&P was in 10 minutes there. Bought the dip but not sold. That's great. So you've now bought a price of what? 34. It's up to 41 now. So that was good for those of you that did that. Congratulations. But nobody traded it. No one took the 12%. Not bought at all, 68%. Most people aren't in the stock, but I'm very pleased. Oh, someone did. Look at that. One person did. Bought the bottom and traded it. Made 12%. Congratulations to you. But don't forget, if you've done that on your main account, you've got to pay capital gains. Hopefully you did it on your Roth IRA and you've just got out of there with some free money. That would be great.
I am investing, not scalping. I invest, thanks.
There you go. Vincent Vosberg is investing, not scalping. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now we've got just over 15 minutes to go before the earnings begins. If you've just tuned in, tap the like button. Laura Rogers, Tilray going to $5 soon. I think it more than likely will, but if we get any government negativity, anything to do with the government not going through and the Congress getting it passed through, and moving towards the safe banking and all the rest of it and rescheduling, then it will go straight back down again. That's how the trade will work. I've got no doubt about that in my mind. So anyway, we've got 15 minutes to go. So as I've got a few minutes here, I'm able to make an adjustment on our stream. So let me try this. Oh, look at that. So look at that rally now then. That's a really nice drop. If you bought the bottom of that, you've now got about nearly 15, 20% now. Doing nice. Very, very good indeed. Look at that. Always an overreaction on these stocks. Look at that. Right, 15 minutes before the earnings begins. Wow. What an opportunity. VLD is my friend. Oh, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that about a stock. There was an opportunity there to make decent money. It's going up now, though. Very, very nice. Now then, let me refresh the official earnings. And here we go. They are starting to populate now. We've got 15 minutes to go. Here we go. Let me, I'm just going to mute the audio just a second. I don't want any audio to come out. There we go. There's the audio. We might have some slides. I'm going to keep it on hand. This is the official event we're broadcasting for you. This is what it looks like. We might have some slides. We shall find out in a few moments, but everything's looking good. Just a few moments away. We'll keep our eye on the stock at the moment. You can see that massive drop when the figures announced. It has come back. You've made a decent profit if you've traded it, but congratulations to you if you did. But there it is. That's what we're looking at. What have you done? So let me go over to the poll and let me see how everyone's doing. So, did you buy the bottom and make a quick 10% trade? 9% of you did. 58% of you aren't in the trade at all. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to do a poll here on X. And what I'm going to do is take this and do a post. Okay, VLD. We're live now on YouTube. Obviously, I want you to see what I'm doing, so I'll zoom in here. There you go. Live that now. There we go. Let me just add that there. Take that out a minute. Upgrade this link. I want to know what your sentiment is. What you think about this. Now, this will get seen and shared around by a lot of people. So let's get the sentiment of the stock. What do you feel about it? So what I'm going to do is I put the link in here and I'm going to ask you a question. Is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? Okay. There's the question. Please vote in X poll. Okay, I'm going to give you the three options. You can have it's a buy, I'm buying this, or you've just bought it. All right. I'm holding it. Sell. You've just sold it or you're about to sell it. And I'll let it run for 7 days. I'll also add undecided if you've got no idea, but you would like to take part in the poll. Right, start the poll. There it is. And let me give everybody the link to it. There's the poll. Let's see which way you vote. X poll. Here we go. So X poll. I'll give everyone the link. Whoops a daisy. Post, copy link. There you go. There it is in the chat for you. I'll pin that to the top as well, so you can vote throughout this show. It's pinned to the top. There is your, there you go. It's a hold. The first one's coming in. It's a hold. This is a live poll. You'll see it happen on the screen. We got 10 minutes to go. There's now a 20%. Nearly 20, like at least 15% now as a scalp trade. It's more than you could make in a year on the S&P has been made in the last half an hour. We'll come back to it. Look, and you can see it here. Look at that. What a nice rally. It was nearly down nearly 40%. And we'll come back to the poll in a few moments. And we'll see which way you react. Okay, I will give this to my Rumble audience as well. I've got an audience on Rumble and Facebook as well. See how they feel. All right. Excellent. Let me go over now to my Rumble audience and give them the link for this as well. All right. Let's see. Still rising, 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go. If you've not seen our earnings before, typically earnings go 1 or 2 minutes late. It's just the way they do it, unfortunately, just the way it is. We've got a good, healthy conversation going on over there on the 24-hour stream. This is the support channel, where people can chat and talk with each other 24 hours a day soon. It's up to 12 hours at the moment, but soon to be live all the time. So you can talk to each other and share thoughts. There it is. Okay. That's behind the scenes. Stock is still rising. Look at that. Please listen to the call. Absolutely. The call, earnings calls, Vincent Vosberg, you're absolutely right. Earnings calls are so, so important. It's why I do them. It's why when the members ask me to do them, I do them. They are really, really important. Earnings calls are crucial. They tell you all about the stock and you learn a lot about the stock. Anyway, we've got just 8 minutes to go. I'm going to give my Rumble audience the poll. Let me give the Rumble audience the poll as well. So this is my Rumble crowd tonight. Maybe they want to vote as well. So let me give you the X poll for tonight's earnings. What's your thoughts on it? There's my Rumble audience, and I'll also drop it in here to my Facebook audience as well. Right, let's give it to the 24-hour streamers. There's the poll for you as well, if you want to vote on it over on the behind the scenes look there as well. Thank you, Nunya. There you go. Subscribe and ring the bell. We go live up to 10 hours a day. Aim to be the most honest channel on YouTube TV. This is my real shares, my real opinions, my real views. I don't own any stock other than the S&P, so you know that I'm here to help and support. Not here to pump and dump stocks, just to present the facts. look at all the news, bring it all together, bring a community together, 58 countries around the world, 14 languages, and we all learn from each other. That's what this channel is all about. The risks you make are your own. I'm just here to guide everyone through it and entertain. There you go. Smash the like. If you tap the like button, it will share it out to more people. This is the first time we've ever covered this stock. I don't expect a big audience. Some of our reviews we've had, the biggest we had was about one of our earnings was 23,000 for Virgin Galactic. This won't be anywhere near that, but it's a much more, much newer stock and smaller and everything else. But if you tap the like button, it will make a big difference. We've currently got 51 watching and just 5 likes. If I refresh the screen, 17 likes. That's much better. If you tap the like button, if we get to 100 likes, it will get suggested by YouTube, and more people will get to see us. There you go. Right, there we go. We're just dropping back down now. You could have made a 15% profit here, bearing in mind on your brokerage you would pay tax as short gains. Let's see where it goes. It's starting to sell off again now. I think the earnings will bring some positive news and prospects. Let's hope so, Vaz. I love 3D printers. Let's print some money. That's a great idea. Let's print some money. Don't we already do that? Good. It's not Virgin Galactic. No. I have a small research facility, a workshop myself. 5 3D printers. Always wanted a metal one, but they are too expensive for me now. I would imagine they are. 3D printing is the future. No, Yahoo Finance says they received government contract for 2024. I buy when it reaches 30 cents. That's what Raman is saying. Okay, right then. Here we go. 4 minutes to go. Let me go over to the official earnings. This is what it looks like. Let me check the audio. There we go. There's the audio. It's playing. Nothing at the moment. Don't expect anything until 1 or 2 minutes after the hour. And then I hope they are on time, because tonight we've got our big event. It's the Robin Hood Gold event tonight, which is in 2 hours from 2.25 hours from now. And we have to cover that. I mean, we might have to be doing that on the other channel. Not quite sure how I'll do that. But anyway, whatever. Anyway. JJ, Sensei Crypto review said bad earnings limit. Buys were at 30 and 20. There you go, JJ. We did have did you see the review that went out? We did a review for you, just went out. And yes, we put the review out, a chart analysis for you. Oh, here he is, Talk of the Devil. Sensei Crypto is here. And yes, we did that. If you look here on the homepage, if you've not yet seen it, if you go to the homepage, we've got a couple of minutes to go. If you go to the video section, and you can see Velo3D chart just 1 day ago. There it is. There's Sensei. Look, the Velo3D chart. If you didn't get a chance to see that, you might want to look at it afterwards and see if he was right. Oh, I like doing that, just so I can have a go at him. Right. I'm only joking. He's always right. Anyway, there you go. Here's our event running on the channel now, just to see what it looks like. But anyway, let's get ready. 2 minutes. Don't expect it to start on time. Nothing ever does. We've got some good information coming in now from Sensei. We've got our poll. Now then, I wanted to know if any of you took the trade. Nice 10, 15% trade. Did you buy the bottom and make a quick 10% trade? This was the poll on YouTube right now. And bought and traded, 11% of you did. Bought and not sold, 30%. and 60% you're not in it at all. Now then, that's that. Let's go over now and look at the X poll. Completely different question. On X, we're asking you the question, and I'll give you the link for it. Vote on X. Follow me on X so you know what's going on before the trades, all the news and so on. There it is. There's the X poll in the chat. Is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? Buy, hold, or sell? So 40% is a buy. You like it. 10 votes so far. 4 of you have voted yes, it's a buy. A hold is another 30. So 70% of you are in this stock. Only 30% are out and selling. Okay, here we go. We're coming up now to the earnings. Let's listen in. We're still playing audio. I will keep checking back every few seconds. 10 seconds to go. It won't go on time. It never does. We'll keep listening in, and I'll bring it to you as soon as it begins. I just keep dragging a bit of audio. That's what that little noise is there. Okay, I keep listening in, just checking the audio. We don't want to put any copyright on our channel. We're just playing piano music at the moment. Typically 1 or 2 minutes. Amjad M, if interested in 3D printing, then you should consider DM and or MFKG as well. Amjad M, thank you. This is Amjad. Here we go.
Velo3D's fourth quarter 2023 earnings conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. After the speaker's presentation, there will be a question and answer session. As a reminder, today's conference call is being recorded. I'll now turn the call over to Mr. Bob Okunski, Vice President of Investor Relations at Velo3D Corporation. Thank you, sir. You may begin.
Thanks, Diego. I'd like to welcome everyone to our fourth quarter 2023 earnings conference call. On the call today, we will start out with comments from Brad Krieger, CEO of Velo3D, who will provide a summary of the quarter as well as an update on certain key strategic priorities for 2024. Following Brad's comments, Bernie Chung, our CFO, will then review our fourth quarter 2023 financial results and provide our guidance. As a reminder, a replay of this call will be available later today on the Investor Relations page of our website. During today's call, we will make forward-looking statements that are subject to various risks and uncertainties that are described in the Safe Harbor slide of today's presentation, today's press release, as well as our 2022 10-K and additional 2023 SEC filings. Please see those documents for additional information regarding those factors that may affect these forward-looking statements. Also, we will reference certain non-GAAP metrics during today's call. Please refer to the appendix of our presentation as well as today's earnings press release for the appropriate GAAP to non-GAAP reconciliation. We have also posted a set of PowerPoint slides which we will reference during the call on the Events and Presentations page of our Investor Relations website. With that, I'd like to turn the call over to Brad Krieger, CEO of Velo3D. Brad?
Thanks, Bob. I'd like to welcome everyone to our fourth quarter earnings call. Before we get started, I would like to provide some brief comments related to the strategic review we announced in the fourth quarter. I can tell you that this comprehensive process remains ongoing and that the board of directors is in discussions with multiple parties related to maximizing stockholder value. As we announced previously, we do not intend to disclose further developments on the strategic review process until we determine that such disclosure is appropriate or necessary. As a result, we will not be answering questions on the status of the review during this call. With that, I would like to move on to our results. For context, 2023 was a transformational year for the company. Our focus on a hyper-growth business strategy at the beginning of the year significantly impacted second-half performance, as multiple new product introductions and rapid expansion of our install base led to material increases in field system issues and customer concerns. Similarly, as we expanded beyond our early adopters of the technology to broader markets, we found our sales methodologies did not translate effectively, leading to poor opportunity qualification. These issues directly affected our bookings rate, as evidenced by our very disappointing Q4 results. As a result, last quarter we initiated company realignment to reduce costs, rebuild our bookings pipeline, and recommit ourselves to ensuring customers are successful while instituting a culture of quality, efficiency, and profitability. This has been a very challenging period for the company, and we still have a ways to go. However, we are very pleased with our progress over the last 3 to 6 months. We strongly believe that we are just starting to see the benefits of this strategic shift, and these efforts will enable us to achieve sustainable profitability as we exit 2024. With that in mind, I would now like to discuss the specifics of our fourth quarter. Please turn to slide 3. As I mentioned, Q4 was a transition quarter for us, as we were impacted by our bookings challenges in the second half of last year, as well as by the disruption from a number of key initiatives related to our strategic realignment during the quarter. Given the typical length of our sales cycle is approximately 6 months, we are just now seeing the beginnings of a rebound in bookings as the change in our go-to-market strategy, along with our recommitment and investment to ensure customer success, is yielding tangible results. In addition to the increase in overall bookings, we are pleased to see existing customers who held off ordering during Q4 re-engaging to expand their Sapphire footprint. We remain very excited about our opportunities in 2024. 15% on the expense side, we continue to benefit from the implementation of our aggressive cost reduction program last quarter. We reduced our cost structure by more than 15% in Q4 and expect OPEX to decline an additional 15+% in the first quarter of 2024. Additionally, our focus on cash flow is showing progress as free cash flow, excluding financing, improved by 35% year over year. We're also starting to benefit from our strategic shift to a customer-driven model, as both manufacturing efficiency and customer reliability showed marked improvements in the fourth quarter. Finally, we are slowly rebuilding our backlog and seeing improved close rates as our pipeline starts to fill with highly qualified opportunities. Many of these new opportunities are in key verticals such as space, defense, and aerospace, and reflective of our technology advantage. Additionally, we are benefiting from our position as the only U.S.-based supplier of large format metal AM solutions that has the unique capabilities in printing complex internal geometries required for our customers' most demanding applications. Moving on to bookings, we booked 5 orders in the fourth quarter, with more than 80% of these orders coming from existing customers. This recovery in bookings is a strong validation of the successful implementation of our reliability initiatives to ensure our customers remain successful. We were pleased to see this momentum has carried over into Q1 as we booked more than $15 million in orders since the last 2 weeks of December and see significant near-term opportunities as we enter Q2. This success also reflects the benefit of our new go-to-market value-based selling approach, as we now have higher confidence and greater visibility into achieving our first half 2024 revenue forecasts. In summary, the fourth quarter was extremely challenging on a number of fronts, but given our cost reduction efforts, initial bookings recovery, and new go-to-market strategy, we are well positioned to achieve our financial goals this year. As I mentioned, we are focusing our sales efforts in those markets where we believe we have a significant competitive advantage: space, defense, and aerospace. I'd now like to provide an update on these markets, as well as briefly discuss some of the key new revenue opportunities we see for 2024 and beyond. Please turn to slide 4. In space, we remain the AM market leader, as we added NASA and Avio as customers in 2023, for example. This leadership position is a result of a number of factors. Our technology enables customers to improve launch performance, which is important in lowering costs in a rapidly expanding industry. Even small improvements in performance means using less fuel or being able to carry larger payload. Also, with our combined hardware and software solution, our customers have the ability to quickly implement design changes. This is critical in a rapidly changing industry as launch cycles accelerate. For example, one of our customers went from design to launch in less than 1 year using our technology. We now count 9 North American launch companies as customers, with many of these customers reaching critical mass over the next 2 years, given recent successes and announced launch schedule acceleration. I can tell you I remain most excited about our defense business. We're just scratching the surface of this opportunity and see huge potential for both new technologies such as hypersonics, as well as being utilized for legacy part procurement. We have been and continue to be in discussions with DoD leadership about how we can be a leader in their transition to AM. In addition to our discussions with the U.S. government, we are seeing strong demand in this industry as we added 3 new defense customers in 2023, bringing our total to 9. Customers include Kratos Defense, Bechtel, Ohio Ordnance, and Lockheed Martin. Furthermore, the $825 billion defense spending bill approved Friday provides increased confidence in our 2024 defense bookings, where we have multiple system contracting activities in progress. Since Friday's announcement, we've already received 1 purchase order tied to this funding and expect to close additional orders in the coming days. In aerospace, we see a similar dynamic as customers are looking to metal AM to implement new manufacturing methods, improve supply chain efficiency, and pursue concerted efforts aimed at cost reduction. We are happy to report that we are now starting to see traction in this space in both the U.S. and Europe, and expect to increase our footprint in this market this year. Finally, we're implementing a number of programs to expand our future revenue streams. First, the potential monetization of our recently launched Flow Developer software package. This package provides users with the maximum flexibility and control over print parameters by unlocking our predefined black box parameter set, making it more efficient for customers to use their existing designs and scale production. Second, on the R&D front, we are in the early phases of refining our next generation Sapphire model. This product will be very competitive with our peers on cost, retain key technology advantages, and open up markets we currently do not sell into. Third, we're leveraging our relationship in the consumables space to drive recurring revenue and margin expansion, as well as exploring ways to better package ancillary equipment to provide more complete solutions that help customers scale more quickly. While we're excited about the growth potential given our go-to-market efforts, these efforts will not come to fruition without executing on our internal realignment initiatives to position the company for success. I would now like to briefly discuss how we plan to improve our operational execution before providing an update on the 2024 strategic priorities we laid out last quarter. Please turn to slide 5. As we discussed last quarter, we made significant changes in our go-to-market strategy that we feel will position us well for future success. For example, we've shifted from an engineering-led sales approach to one that focuses on value-based selling. The engineering-led approach worked very well in the early adopter phase of our product adoption, but we realized that in order to expand our footprint, we needed a new value-based approach. In relation to manufacturing, we are just starting to see the benefit of cost reduction initiatives started in the second half of 2023. These cost reductions were achieved through qualification of new suppliers, establishing supply agreements, and working with suppliers to deliver lower raw material costs. We've also seen initial success increasing production efficiency as we have materially improved our production processes and workflows. Both of these are directly related to our gross margin expansion plans. On the customer service side, resolving our customers' reliability concerns is our number one focus. Successfully addressing this issue is critical to our land and expand strategy as it drives repeat customer sales. Simply put, happy customers buy more systems. Aside from increasing our field service organization to provide a more hands-on, high-touch relationship, we are expanding our customer training programs to minimize customer-induced issues. We are also investing in processes that will enable us to identify and proactively prevent field failures, ensuring higher utilization rates. Bernie will address our efforts on OpEx and cash flow in more detail, but I wanted to highlight that our cost reduction plan remains on track, and we recently completed our facilities consolidation and headcount alignment program. We remain focused on further reducing OpEx and are in the process of identifying additional cost reductions to ensure we achieve our cash flow break-even target in the second half of this year. Before I turn the call over to Bernie for our financials, I wanted to provide an update on the status of the strategic priorities we discussed last quarter. Please turn to slide 6. First, we have reduced the installation time of our sapphire printers by 40% over the last 6 months. This goes to the success of key initiatives that we launched in the second half of the year to improve the quality of our printers and streamline installation processes. We are most proud of the success we've had in improving customer experience and success. We've seen improved system uptimes across the install base while reducing issue resolution times by 40% since Q3 2023. This is reflected in our existing customer booking rate, which has significantly improved this quarter. As I previously mentioned, our pipeline continues to fill with qualified leads, and we are starting to rebuild our backlog. We've signed more than $15 million in new orders since mid-December, with more than 50% of those orders from strategic accounts with multiple systems. This success demonstrates that our customers value our technology and that we are successfully addressing their reliability issues in the field. Finally, to reiterate, we expect to reduce our cost structure by more than 30% by Q1 2024 and remain confident that we see a clear, executable path to cash flow break-even in the second half of 2024. In closing, 2023 was a transformational year for the company, and I'm very encouraged with the progress we have made. We remain excited about the future opportunity and believe our realignment puts us in a much stronger position to achieve our profitability goal in 2024. With that, I would like to turn the call over to Bernie to discuss our financials and provide guidance.
Thanks, Brad. Moving on to our quarterly financial performance, please turn to slide 8. As Brad briefly mentioned, fourth quarter revenue of $2 million was significantly impacted by reduced system sales due to the decline in second half bookings, as well as the sales disruption caused by our realignment initiatives as we position the company for success in 2024. On a year-over-year basis, both year of sale and recurring revenues were in line with 2022. The significant negative gross margin for the quarter was primarily driven by reduced system volume, the impact of our $27 million inventory charge, as well as costs associated with our realignment initiatives. We expect first quarter gross margin improvement resulting from lower balance of material costs, minimal working capital needs, the benefit from our consolidated supply contracts, as well as operational and manufacturing efficiencies. We also made significant progress on reducing our operating cost structure in the fourth quarter as non-GAAP OpEx declined more than 15% sequentially to $16 million, excluding the costs and charges related to our realignment initiatives. The decrease in operating expenses was primarily driven by a decrease in G&A expense, which reflects savings related to our headcount and realignment initiatives. Specifically, R&D expenses declined by $2.2 million, G&A declined $1.2 million, and sales and marketing was in line with last quarter. We expect OpEx to decline more than 30% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the third quarter of 2023. GAAP net loss for the quarter was $58.2 million, including a non-cash gain of approximately $28 million related to changes in the fair value of our warrants, earnout, and debt derivative liabilities. On a non-GAAP basis, which excludes this loss in stock-based compensation expense, net loss was $61.1 million, and adjusted EBITDA for the quarter, excluding the same items, was a loss of $51.5 million. As we discussed, we expect improvement in gross margin in 2024 as we go through the year. I want to briefly discuss the 4 key drivers of this improvement. Please turn to slide 9. First, as we are just starting to benefit from our bill of material cost reduction initiatives that we started in Q4. We have identified and started to implement approximately 25 separate programs to lower our Sapphire XC costs by more than 30% by the end of the year. Second is our continued products mix shift to our larger format, higher price Sapphire XC system at a reduced bill of material cost. We have also added programs to improve the monetization of our maintenance and parts recurring revenue stream, as well as expanding our consumables business, such as powder sales. Third, it is just becoming more operationally efficient in the factory. This will be accomplished through improved overhead cost absorption as we scale system volume, in addition to leveraging our new supply agreements and a shift to utilizing a higher number of system subassemblies. Finally, improving field support efficiency, which is directly tied to customer system reliability. This has been a drag on gross margin for the past couple of quarters, but we firmly believe the changes we have made in our service organization will minimize the impact in the near term while allowing us to expand margins in the second half of the year. On slide 10, we are providing some additional detail on our operating expense cost reduction initiatives. Our cost structure. As discussed, we have significantly reduced our cost structure over the last 6 months, including our headcount reduction as well as our facility consolidation. We expect our Q1 results will reflect the full benefit of these programs, primarily in our sales and marketing and G&A functions, with additional reductions in R&D given our product roadmap. Finally, we see further opportunities to reduce expenses and are currently evaluating additional cost reduction measures. Moving on to cash flow, please turn to slide 11. We exited the quarter with $31 million in cash and investments. Cash use for the quarter was $41 million, of which $40 million went to the partial pay down of our existing term debt. We also raised $18 million in an equity transaction in the fourth quarter. Realignment expenses, including severance costs associated with facilities closures, totaled $2 million. CapEx was minimal, with the balance of the cash was used for working capital purposes. Finally, we expect cash use to be in the range of $13 to $17 million in the first quarter. Given our expected improvement in both revenue, margin, and cost structure, we believe we will achieve free cash flow breakeven, excluding financing, in the second half of the year. I'd now like to provide our outlook for fiscal year 2024. Please turn to slide 12. As mentioned, we expect sequential quarterly improvements in revenue, margin, and operating expenses in 2024 as we start to benefit from our realignment initiatives. Our full year 2024 guidance is as follows. We expect revenue to be in the range of $80 to $95 million, gross margin in the range of 20 to 30%, with gross margin of approximately 30% in the fourth quarter of 2024. Non-GAAP operating expenses in the range of $40 to $50 million. In conclusion, we are focused on executing our realignment strategy with a clear path to profitability through improvements in operating efficiency, margins, and cash flow. We continue to believe that we have runway to achieve sustainable profitability in 2024. With that, I'd now like to turn the call over for questions. Operator?
Please tap the like button.
Thank you.
And it will share it out to more
We'll conduct our
people.
question and answer session.
And tap the like, the subscribe as
star
well.
one on your
Big
telephone
event
keypad.
after this as well. We have the
confirmation
Robinhood
tone
Gold
indicates your
event
line is in the
straight
question
after
queue.
this. Thank
You may
you.
press star two if you would like to remove your question from the queue. For participants using speaker equipment, it may be necessary to pick up your handset before pressing the star keys. Our first question comes from James Ricchiuti with Needham & Company. Please state your question.
Hi, thank you. Good afternoon. Just when we think about the improvement you're anticipating, looking at to Q4 24 for gross margins, what does that imply in terms of revenues? What kind of a revenue range do you need to be in, say, to get to the midpoint of that gross margin guidance? You highlighted a number of things that potentially could give a lift to gross margins, but I'm just wondering from a top-line standpoint, where do you need to see revenues?
Yeah, great question. At a high level, roughly between $25 to $30 million a quarter to kind of fully realize the gross margin targets that we've set out for ourselves. Quite a bit of the gross margin improvement that we're starting to see flow through here in Q1 is based out of activities that were initiated in second half of 2023. With the weakness in Q4, one of the things that did is it delayed the flow through of inventory. But what we're seeing now is the lower cost raw materials that again we had started to get into inventory in the fourth quarter are flowing through and will start to materialize in our P&L for Q1. And then we have a number of initiatives to further drive down those costs of materials, but ultimately that intersection point that you're sort of describing would be at roughly $25 million a quarter.
Got it.
Hey,
and yes.
Hey, Jim, Bernie, just to also add further that we had a big drag on our support services in 2023, and we've done a lot of improvements in our field service support. So this will also help drive some of that gross margin expansion in 2024.
Got it. The $15 million of bookings that you highlighted, can you say if any of those orders were from what historically has been your large customer in commercial space, or are these other existing customers in that market and defense? Maybe a little bit of a sense as to where you saw the booking strength since mid-December.
Yeah, the bookings, largely tended to be reflective of the profile we saw in 2023. So, a large portion of that was in existing space customers that were expanding their fleets as they are ramping up for additional engine production and, accelerated launch schedules. A good portion of that, roughly a third, a little over a third, was in the defense sector. And so again, we were starting to see that accelerate, at a pace that, quite honestly, we haven't seen before. And again, with the defense spending bill being approved last week, we anticipate that's going to unlock a lot of active conversations that we've been working on for several months that were ultimately kind of contingent on that particular funding being released. So those are probably the two most significant contributors. When you start to look at the balance, again, it continues to be reflective of our mix in 2023. So it's oil, gas, our contract manufacturing networks, customers in those segments.
Have you had, last question for me, have you had any issues with machines that have come back where customers have basically turned them back to you? And I'm wondering if there's any kind of a used machine market out there for your equipment, or has that not been an issue?
So we've had machines come back to us off lease at the end of their lease term, and so there is a resale market, and we've been able to resell each one of those machines at a healthy, based on the net book value, at a healthy margin. So the demand is out there.
Yeah, we found that to be a very successful model when systems get to the end of their lease cycle.
Got it. Hey, thanks very much.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And there are no further questions at this time. I'll turn the floor back over to Brad Krager for closing remarks.
That was surprising.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we look forward to providing additional updates in the coming quarters. Thank you.
Wow, that completely shocked me with such few questions, such little interest. That was quite surprising. I've been covering earnings now for a long time, and that was one of the shortest ever. Wow, that surprised me. That's one of the shortest presentations ever. completely took me aback. I've done hundreds of these. Anyway, there you go. Velo3D. I was concerned that we wouldn't have time for our gold event tonight for Robin Hood. That would clash, but that ended very, very quickly. Anyway, as it turned out, we are fine. This is what's next. You don't want to miss this. Robin Hood presents the new gold standard. Of course, we're going to cover this live tonight. You don't want to miss this. What do you think of that? Well, Velo3D, you had an opportunity tonight to make 10-15% profit. As it hit the bottom, we announced it, said it was an overreaction. It was. 15% profit was made. We are running a poll, and the poll in the chat is as follows. You said, bought and traded 13% of you took that profit. You made at least 10% profit. If I was doing it, I was at 15%. I don't do it because I only hold and own and invest in the S&P 500 because I do these interviews and I interview the CEOs and present these shows. I want to be the most honest person on YouTube TV. I'm not pumping and dumping stocks. I'm focusing on you, bringing you the information. Okay, so just know that. But my trade was set. I would have executed at 15% today. From the dip to the top was 15. Anyway, there's the poll. We can end that poll now. 55% of you weren't in the stock anyway. You were just watching. And 32% of you bought but did not sell. You held. Okay. Congratulations to you and all of those that took a profit. We are running a poll right now over here on X. Still chance for you to vote in this. The question was, is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? Please vote in the poll. Let me give you the link to it, and then you can all vote on this. This is the X poll. I'll put it in the chat right now. Here it comes. X poll. Okay. There's the poll. I've put it in the chat. I'll give it to my Rumble audience as well. I'm sure they want to vote as well. There's the X poll. I'll also give it to my Facebook audience and Twitch as well. There you go. All right. But this is so far, the results. So far, you are saying, is it a buy, hold, or sell? Buy, 48% of you are buying it. Only 4% undecided. 28% are holding. So there we go. Only 20% are saying sell it. The rest of you, nearly 80% of you are saying, in fact, 76% of you are saying it's a buy and hold. So you seem to like the stock. Okay, just moving a little bit more. Look. There we go. Let me now read your comments. We will go to the 24-hour stream in preparation for this event. This is coming up very, very shortly, so don't miss that. You don't want to miss that, okay? Big night tonight for investors. But let's now go over to the comments. Diamond hands always, even if the stock tumbles 95%. I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Diamond hands and paper hands was made up by YouTubers trying to sell videos. I wouldn't base financial decisions on those opinions. Gold, diamond hands, paper hands, I think it's all a bit silly, really. It's a headline used to create emotion for YouTubers to sell videos. You've got to look at the balance sheet and the numbers and the facts, and if the facts tell you to sell, you've got to sell. Clearly, you could have made 15% tonight. That's a year on the S&P. I'd be very happy with that. That's what I make a year on the S&P. So, don't hold a stock or buy a stock regardless and never sell. I think that's a mistake to think like that. Vincent, I would only start investing at 75 and just trade now. I believe you're talking about, what are you talking about? What stock's that? Plug. Was that Plug? I think you're talking about Plug. Martyn Lucas Investor. Links for YouTube. News for Plug. If you are still interested, I'm interested in the stocks that you are, Vaz. You're one of my members, and you've been a member now for 1 month. Yes, I'm here for you. Now then, if you've just tuned in tonight, welcome. Tap the like button. It will share this video out. We got a big event coming out shortly live. Please subscribe, ring the bell. Also, if you want all the links for everything, I'm going to give all the links now. If you're one of my members, you can get Alpha Spread. There's the link in the chat for you right now. There's a link to Alpha Spread where I do all my reviews. It's the most advanced algorithmic software. All my members get a free plan of this or a discount, which basically makes my membership for free. And remember, my membership only a couple of bucks. I make it as cheap as possible so you can all benefit from it. Stock Twits, if you want to follow me on X of the stock market, there's Stock Twits. I have an army over there. Please join me on Stock Twits. Velo3D is going back down again. The offer was there to make that money. Every Friday night is my music channel. I am the World Piano Man. Here is my music studio behind me. And every Friday I do live concerts from my studio. If you want to join me, have your favorite songs played and sung to you, you can. If you want to be a member of our channel, there is the link. And you get many, many perks. If you want to know what the perks are, here is the video. I explain all my perks to you here in this video, in the chat right now. Let me give it to my guests on Rumble. If you become a member of my channel or a subscriber on Rumble, it's the same thing. You get all the perks and benefits. And I give back 20 times what you put in. Okay, talking of my other links, there's Instagram and there's Facebook for you. Here's the all links button with the newsletter and our cash giveaways. We've got a $100 cash giveaway we're about to start. Lots of stuff, birthday cards, all of that. I've just dropped that in the chat for you. And what else have I got for you? There's the extra channel where we are right now. And those on the extra channel, here's the main channel. Now then, if you are also a member of my channel, you do get Discord. Here is the 2 links for Discord. Let me explain how Discord works. You can become part of my researchers, ask me to review stocks, share information. We build up an army around the world, 58 countries of researchers to bring in our scalp trades for Ed Nevius every morning. We have scalp trades, really great. A lot of people make money on that and you get free training, formal training that's been paid for. We give to you for free. We don't charge for anything here. It's all part of the membership service. You get everything and more, 20 times back what you put in. Anyway, should you decide to get onto Discord, please watch this video. It explains how to get into Discord. We have a specific way you do everything for security and benefit to all our members. It's not about numbers for us. It's about the quality of service to us, to me rather. It's only me here. Anyway, there you go. I've given everyone the links. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to end this stream. And I'm going to then upload this video as its own video. Some people watch later on the video itself, not the live stream of Velo3D. I'll put that out. But what I'm going to do now is send, as I end this live presentation, I'm going to send you all to the 24-hour stream. This is behind the scenes. This is me from the back of me, if you like. You can listen in. You can hear me setting up the shows. We have private conversations. I do phone calls to CEOs, arranged events. This runs like 12 hours a day, soon to be 24. And in here, I'll be setting up my gold presentation with Robin Hood. And you can be in the chat asking questions, supporting each other, helping each other out. And I will give you the link to go from the 24-hour chat into Robin Hood. Okay, so it's all about providing you with the best possible service. Cedar Trees asked the question: was there any announcement when a vote for reverse split is happening, or is the plan to delist? There was no talk of that. There was very little information, actually. Very little. It was one of the shortest earnings, if not the shortest earnings I've ever done. I was gobsmacked how quick that was over. The Q&A was like, two questions? Normally we have an hour of questions. It was like 5 minutes. You draw from that what you will. I'm just going to give you the facts. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to go over here now. So I'm going to give you the link to the 24-hour chat. Here it is. I'm also going to make it easy for you. Here is the extra channel. All right, there's the extra channel. That's where we're going to be right now. There's the link, and I will then give you the link to come back and join me for Robin Hood. I will give it to my Rumble audience. I will give it to my Facebook and Twitch audience. There you go. And we're going to end this now. So I'm going to give you the link to join me. You'll see me editing for Velo3D. I'll put it up, and then I'll be in there with you, giving you the link to join me for Robinhood. Okay, so let me click the redirect button. This will send you directly to the 24-hour stream. There we go. So I'm going to end now. I'll say a quick goodbye to you. Jump in and get this all set up, and hopefully you'll join me back for the gold night for Robinhood. I think we're going to get the news about the gold credit card, and that is going to be great. I'm literally ready to go. I can't say fairer than that. I've got my Robinhood account and my UK account, both up and running, and all I want now is the credit card, and we'll be good. I will rewatch video once posted. Cedar trees. Yes, I will do it right now. End this video, and I will do it. So come and join me in the 24-hour stream. Talk to your fellow investors and traders, and build a family over here. That's what it's all about. And I'll see you in there myself as I'm editing the Velo3D video. When I say edit, I just cut it, optimize the sound quality, and upload it in 4K to give you the best experience. Okay, that's it from me. I'll see you back in a minute in the live chat, and then I'll be back for Robinhood. As always, thanks for joining me tonight. Let me just check how many we had. I didn't expect many. No, it's a quiet one tonight. It's a very small company, and the first time we've ever done it. So it was one of our members requested it. All right, until next time, as always, take care of your money, yourselves, your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other. Join me now on the 24-hour stream. Bye-bye for now.